Welcome to the treasure room.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Prepare for vault door opening.
This stream is nothing short of a miracle every single time. Hello and welcome, everybody. Oh, man, it takes a lot to make this thing run, everybody. Streaming live to Twitch, YouTube, over on X.com, aka X Twitter, also on Kick and Facebook, all in 1080 HD, bringing you guys some love and positivity into your day today. We're going to play some games. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see and hear me right over there. Of course, I am your host, Kismet. They call me the Gaming Tycoon because I've played all of these games on stream and so many more. You know, the scrolls for 5 minutes. It absolutely does, and I haven't even had them all in there, everybody. It's a lot. It's a lot. Today, we're going to play this awesome game, Fallout 76. We're going to go ahead and play with my crew. Now, I'm going to jump in, do my dailies, get that going on. Now, tomorrow, I've got a haircut, so I probably either will play for a little bit or might jump on early if I can, or might not be here at all. My schedule is more of a guideline than a hard, fast rule, everybody, because I do have medical conditions that make that difficult, as well as IRL stuff that I often have to take care of. But looking good this week, everybody. Getting so much stuff done. So much cool stuff coming up as well. Very excited to share it with you all when I can, when they let me. Now, let's see how many people can go over and find the retweet over there. Go ahead and click that link right there in the chat. Go over there, hit that like button, hit that retweet button. It does help out the stream tremendously. And while you're over there, see if you can find your way into my Twitter or X.com chat. Where you can go over there and say hi, and the more people I say hi over, I see say hi over there, the more kids caps I'm going to give to you right now. Now I'm going to give 1,000 kids caps to the first person I see in the chat today. Today, the sun is the first person I see. I'm sure there's probably somebody sooner than that one. Let's see. Oh, actually, maybe not, because I had to restart several times. Overcoming technical hurdles is pretty much my daily challenge, everybody. Just trying to get this stream started up. And I'm doing tons of stuff in the background, but I'm copying videos over there. I'm processing stuff. I'm doing like 50 things at the same time. But that's how I get so many things done in a day, as I do love to multitask. And then I love to have like 20 things running and then just go watch a video or two, right? Just go on to YouTube and say, okay, okay, how do I fix my kitchen sink? Okay, that's how I fix my kitchen sink. All right. And then I go and I do my kitchen sink while 20 other things are running. I love to do it. It's almost like gamifying real life, everybody. You know how in game you got this running and that running, that running? Well, you do that in real life. It's really fun. If you kind of gamify it a little bit, or if you have to clean stuff up, you say, okay, I got my clothes going. Okay, I got myself something to eat. Okay, I got that running. Okay, I got this going. I got that going. Now, of course, you want to make sure that you can balance those things. You don't want to be burning your dinner and, putting your wash on the wrong cycle and stuff. So you come back with either, all your stuff is like, for dolls now. All your clothes have shrunk. You want to make sure you have enough energy and enough mental power to do those things right. But it's really awesome when you have all that multitasking going at the same time. It's very, very cool. Let's see. M's in the chat coming in, bringing that love. Yeah, getting that dance on already. Victor coming in, showing some love. I like that Kismet love train. There you go. Son bringing that tip of the hat. Hey, what's up, Paul? Thanks for coming in and hang out. Where are you now? Here I am. I'm here. Overcoming some technical hurdles, but we got it going, everybody. We got it going. It was also way too dang hot last night, everybody. Sorry I had to skip that stream because it was so hot without my computers on. And if you've ever gone to my website, kismet.gg, and clicked on my setup, everybody, you can see that I had, in that picture, I have 3 computers, but now I have 4. And having 4 of those suckers on is like having 4 heaters on, everybody. It gets hot. It gets hot in here when that AC is running behind. But we're looking okay for now. I got the window AC in there. It's been running, bringing down the temperature in here. So pretty nice right now. We'll see how long it lasts. Space Budgie coming in with that hype. What up? What up? Rotisserie G coming in, showing that love as well. What's up, Rotisserie G? Tardis showing the love. What up? Oh, look at all those ones. Thank you, Tardis. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Foggy and Space Budgie and Paul way down here. Thank you very much for all that love. Another 1,000 kids caps. You know what? Let's double up. Oh, and you guys got those 5 retweets. Look at you guys go. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Look at that, getting showered with caps to get your day started. You guys are going to be rocking when it's time for those giveaways, and I got a bunch lined up. Can't tell you when. They're going to be a surprise. Now, see, I like to do 2 types of giveaways, everybody. I do giveaways that are just like random giveaways. Oh, and look at you guys finding your way to the Twitter chat, the X.com chat over there. Wow, okay, more. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 more for finding your way to that Twitter chat. I appreciate you over there helping me test that out. Also, a Polypop reward. Oh, man. Look at that. You guys are overburdened with caps today. That's how you get a stream started right there, everybody. You just keep rocking those babies and putting those suckers in your pockets. That's how you do. It's hot as crap here, too, in PA, too, in Pennsylvania. Can't wait for fall. Yes, I don't know what it is. I feel like it's extra hot this year. Is it me? Is it me, chat? Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's extra hot. I don't know. What the heck? I'm so glad I did all that stuff in spring, everybody. I did that stuff in spring when it was like 60 degrees. I was out there digging in my backyard and making, pathways and working on my sheds and all that stuff. I'm so glad I did that then and didn't wait till summer because, man, it's hot. Feels like 100 degrees out there. I tell you, the highest I've ever been in is 115 degrees. And literally the bottom of my flip-flops were melting, everybody, on the dock when I was walking, which is a river, obviously, because that's what I used to do when I was young. And I was walking along the dock, and the bottom of my flip-flops were literally melting, everybody. That is pretty crazy. The article saying that summer was going to be hotter than normal. I wish it was wrong. Yeah, well, hey. That's what we get when we're humans, everybody. I played this really great game called Sim Earth, everybody, way back in the day. Some of you might have remembered it. And I spent a really long time building up that planet and, encouraging life to happen and all of that stuff and the trees and the atmosphere and turned it into this beautiful planet. And then humans got on there and they started nuking each other, and I had to wipe them out with an ice meter because they ruined my planet. It tells you a little bit of human nature there, everybody. Remember, there's a lot of good people in the world, though. The problem is most of the time you don't hear about all the good people because the news is just full of This is a whole bunch of crap, terrible crap that happened today because of the sensationalism. That's why people watch it. Because people love to see a train wreck. That's what they love to see. That's probably why you're watching my stream. Everybody loves a train wreck. But not everybody will sit and watch an hour-long program of all the good things that happened today. I would totally watch that show. But not everybody. Everybody kind of sits around and watches all the sensational stuff that happens. That's for sure. Oh gosh, 120-degree weather. Whew, mama, 101 for you, said Paul. Oh my goodness, holy mackerel. I don't know. There's two things that I don't like, everybody. I would rather be hotter, though, than freezing cold. That's me, everybody. Even if it's 100 degrees, I would rather be hot because I can just run around in my shorts and a t-shirt, which is my normal default position, than to be cold. I hate being cold. And cold for me, I'm from California, everybody, so cold for me is like 65 degrees. Because the wind in California is typically much cooler than the wind in, say, here in the east, in Tennessee, where I'm at now. I'm in East Tennessee. And it's not as humid as it is here. So if you compare a 65 in California versus a 65, in the West Coast versus in the East Coast, it's going to be very, very different. Because in the East Coast, it's going to be very wet, very humid, very hot wind coming through. Where in the West, especially if you're out along the coast, you're going to have a much cooler breeze, and it's going to be a very dry, very less humidity in the West Coast, which is why most people live there. The most populated state is California for a reason, everybody. It doesn't have the largest city, though. The largest city is actually in New York, for all those who are not a part of the United States or who weren't paying attention in geography class, which a lot of people didn't. They don't know where the states are. They don't know why there's so many stars on the flag and so many stripes. The basics, everybody. The basics that I had to teach my kids. My kids have trouble with analog clocks. It's hard for them to tell which one the hands do what. Because do they really need it, everybody? See, it's like knowing how to, it's like phone books, everybody. You don't need phone books anymore. Why? Because you can just look it up on your phone now. In 2 seconds, you don't need a phone book, do you? Phone books were awesome for keeping that table that had that one leg that broke. You could put the phone book under there, or that chair that would be wobbly, and put the phone book under there. That's what most people use those phone books for. I remember way back in the day. Some of you don't even know what I'm talking about. Phone books. What's a phone book? A phone book is a list of all the people's phone numbers, and they would send it to you. That's right. So you could look up someone's number. So if you're trying to call your friend and you're like, I forgot his number, you go through there and you look him by last name and you say, okay, there's Joe Schmo. There's his number. Boom, and you call him up. Just like that. Yeah, that's right. They used to have those way back in the day. Way back when. All right, so we got our boost there. We got our new pinball machine, which is very much the same as that pinball machine. We've got all of our buffs here. We'll get into that. Let's see if we have any legendaries or anything like that that we want to clear out here. Let's check our weapons and our armor. Look good. Looking good. Let's go in. Let's go in and see if we got anything to scrap. No, man, we are looking good. We're looking pretty good for clearing out our stuff. Now, there's no Foshnot going on. That rolled off yesterday, so Foshnot is over. So I don't have to worry about stuff at the top of the hour, so I can pretty much do whatever I need to do to get this going. So we'll also go ahead and check our boost. Are we at 65 yet? We are so close. We are one away from 65. So we got to watch that closely because that's when we're going to get our boost. What are we at? 326. Do I really want to do that now? That's a good question. Well, let's pop in the atomic shop. Wait a few more minutes here to do our boost. Oh, free carry weight booster. All right, we'll take that. Free is free, everybody. I like the free stuff. And we already looked at all the other stuff, right? Did we look at the anything? Oh, Blue Ridge. Yeah, we looked at that. Yeah, we looked at that yesterday. Yeah, it's cool. I like the vendors. Pretty cool. And then, of course, Fallout First, you get the free biker outfit, which is pretty awesome as well. Right now, test your metal up. We'll come back to that. Let's go ahead and see, not seasons, challenges. Let's see what our daily challenges are today. And we're just going to go ahead and put those on the list. Now, if you hit T, you can track all of those, and it will track them in the upper right-hand corner. What am I doing? Hold on. I got to get into it first. Let's go. There we go. It actually went to the right screen this time, too. Sometimes I forget to switch screens, everybody. You can actually, as a sub, you have commands. So when the stream goes off the rails, you guys can try to help get it back on. If I'm muted or if I'm on the wrong screen or anything like that, you actually have commands that help with that. Or if fun gets detected, we're a Toasty 72 over here. You might take off the bearskin hoodie at this rate. Oh no, there you go, Rotisserie G. You killed for 72 right now. There we go. Yes, they used to be connected to the wall, then our faces. Exactly. You would still see people on the phone all the time. Back then, usually it's your sister who would be on the phone. Now, I have an older sister, but she's a stepsister, so she didn't live with us. But sometimes some people would just be on the phone. You only had the one line, too. So somebody was on the phone. No one could call you. Unless eventually you had this thing called call waiting where it would beep and tell you that somebody's on the other line, which is also a very lost thing nowadays. Or you could get multiple phone lines, which rarely anybody did because it cost so much way back in the day. And so, yeah, and then they had all these phone booths that you would just walk up there and you'd try to make a collect call if you didn't have any change, or you'd keep change with you all the time. In those days, you keep change in your pocket all the time. So you could use a payphone if you got into an emergency. I kept it in my center console also of my car when I got older. So that if my car breaks down, I could pull off to the side of the freeway and then walk in whatever direction the payphone was. You could walk up the way, use the payphone. Hey, I need a tow truck. I'm at such and such place. Okay, they're on their way. Okay, bye. And then you'd hang up because they couldn't call you back, everybody. They had to find you. So you're in the middle of nowhere. You're broken down. You use your one phone call to call them. And then you're just sitting there hoping that they show up. It's not like they're going to call you on your cell phone today and confirm where you're at and all that stuff. Unless you stayed at that payphone. The payphone did have a phone number, by the way, and you could have them call you back on that payphone as well, which is also a great little trick. Because what you do is you make a really short phone call because you don't have enough change. So you're like, hey, call me back at da-da-da-da-da. Okay, bye. And then you hang up before your money runs out. We used to do that back in the day, too. Used to be a law over here that you had to have a non-powered landline connected to a phone socket in case of power outages so you could use it to get info. Exactly. Yes, that's the thing about landlines, everybody, is they don't require power. So if you do have an old style landline, which I actually do because my wife doesn't want to get rid of it, I was like, it's kind of a waste now. But it is great in emergencies, and we do have a phone that we can just pick up that's not a cell phone that you can call for emergencies. And things like that, which I guess is worth it. I don't know. It's pretty expensive to have just a line that you never use, only for emergency line. But, happy wife, happy life, everybody. That's the way it goes on there. Yeah, it's good that you could use it for power outage. By the way, did you guys know that you used to be able to press 0 for the operator? It used to be the operator's all connected calls when I was really little. And then also you could call the operator or you could call a number and it would tell you the time. That's right. It would tell you the time, it would tell you the date, it would tell you the weather. And you could just go ahead and call those numbers. It was cool. And they were free. They were free. You could call. Kind of like 611 will get you to your carrier. So if you have a certain type of phone carrier, 611, it still works today, by the way. It still works on your cell phone. So if you're trying to get a hold of your carrier and you can't remember their number, 611, bam, there you go. And of course, a whole bunch of other numbers as well that you can look up in your local area. I'm not going to say them just in case you guys start typing them. I don't want you to accidentally be calling the police and the emergency services, everybody. I mean, everybody knows 911, but don't call that number unless you really, really need it, because somebody else is calling that number who does really, really need it. So don't call that unless you really need to. I've only called 911 one time when there was a whole bunch of trees on fire right by a residential area. And the lady, I was walking to go out to lunch with a friend of mine. He was at work, and I'd come into the front office of where he worked. And I told the lady to call 911 because the trees are on fire outside. Now, she thought I was joking, but I don't joke about that kind of stuff, everybody. That's a serious stuff. And I said, I never joke about that stuff. And she's like, well, I can't do that. And I said, well, here, I'll do it. And so I did it. I called a number, and I just said, hey, they're on fire out here. You need the police department over here quick, because there's like 3 of them on fire, and they're like 40 feet high right now of fire. And they said, oh, yeah, someone already called us and let us know. I said, okay, good. Have a good day. Bye. Bam. And I hung up. Because again, man, that's the thing. So remember, you can call those numbers. And also, if you didn't know, there's also a lot of hidden numbers in there as well. Back in the day, you could make it where if you were, say, on your modem, that's right, you're using your one phone line so you could dial on your modem, you could make it where other people didn't call and knock you offline. A lot of people didn't know that about it, but everybody getting knocked offline all the time when people call their phone. You can block it through certain numbers. You did a star and then whatever the number was. To block it, you can block your call waiting. You can basically also block all calls. There's a lot of codes and things like that in the past, and they still have carried over into your cell phone. So kids been telling you all sorts of tricks, everybody. Definitely look those up on Google. Special numbers that you can call. That's something I should make. So I should make a whole series of tech videos, everybody, to hook you guys up and pass that knowledge on. On special phone numbers you can use, like 611. I don't know. I'm only one person, everybody, and I do 1,000 things already. So I'd love to do 1,000 more, but I'm older, everybody. If I was in my 20s, I'd be crushing it right now. I'd be number one on this platform and all the other platforms I chose to be on. Because I am relentless. I never give up. I'm 9 years in, everybody, and still this thing hasn't turned a profit. But again, sometimes life is not about profit, everybody. I find you want to be able to survive, and you know, at my age, I don't need things. See, when you're young, you know, you're trying to impress everybody, so you got the fancy car and you got the fancy things, and then when you get older, you realize, okay, I had all the fancy things, and how was it? It was the same as if you didn't have it, everybody. If you hadn't worked so hard and did all the thing, is the outcome the same? Pretty much. Pretty much. If I had just saved all that money right now, I could have probably retired in my 40s, everybody, in my early 40s, instead of spending money on fancy cars and big houses and fancy suits and all of the things that I bought along the way. If I just kept that money and put that money away, I could have retired, because that's a lot of money I spent, everybody. I mean, more than some people make in a lifetime. I mean, that much money. That's a lot of money, everybody. That's a lot of money spent impressing a whole bunch of people for no reason. For no reason. Those people never call me, never see them again. Yeah, some of those people are gone, by the way, too. A lot of those people are gone. They didn't make it as far as me. And I've been hanging on barely, everybody. I've been hanging on barely. For the last bit here, but we're going to keep at it. All right, let's, speaking of hanging on, let's see what we can choose in here to re-roll. We got our Deathclaw one. That's nice. Let's see, craft any chems. This is all crippled stuff. That's easy. Plant crops is easy. Scrap headwear. Yeah, let's re-roll that one. Come on, Epic. Oh, all right, let's give it a double try. Now, I use my re-rolls up. Oh, and there it is. Oh, I got to get 15, though. That's a lot. That's a good one, everybody. That's a good one. Bam, 2 epics now. Now, I'm waiting to get to 65 because I'm going to get another 10% boost. Right now, I'm trying to push toward that 50% boost. That's where I'm trying to get to before I kind of knock these out. The problem is I have to do stuff to get to that particular thing. And we could go and do some events, but probably the smarter thing to do is to just do our dailies, and those dailies should push us up and over that. All right, so we had some Nuka-Cola that we put away in our stash here smartly. A little bit at least. There we go. Oh, and we got that perfectly preserved pie in there too. I forgot I got that the other day. And then we're going to go ahead and drink some of this Nuka-Cola. Right over there. Huh. I thought Nuka-Cola was one of the ones. Collect. Oh, I got to collect any flavor, not necessarily drink them. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go over here to Nuka World. Nuka World, one of the easiest places to go and grab a bunch of Nuka-Cola. Now, some Nuka-Cola is more rare, and you can get in a Collectron that will actually collect Nuka-Cola for you as well. I wish I could have multiple Collectrons. One kind of doing Nuka-Cola, and the other one doing like regular loot. But you'd have to, switch back and forth between your various bases or between your various Collectrons, which sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. And these are different vending machines over here. So we got a Nuka Cherry. Does that count? It sure does. All right, let's get an orange. Let's get a Quantum. And let's get a grape. There we go. All right, we got that done. All right, how far that's going to push us? Just a little bit, but enough to get us closer. Consume an alcoholic beverage. All right, let's do that as well. Actually, we just go right over here. The Sons of Dane compound over here somewhere. If I remember where the heck that sucker is. Again, I don't know why it is so difficult for me to remember that. Oh, my gold bullion, man. I've been forgetting to do my gold bullion again. I'm going to have gold bullion. In my last playthrough, everybody, I actually deleted that character and started again. This is my 6th playthrough of the game where I've deleted my character and started over. I had like, I don't know, 30 days worth of gold bullion on my character, where every single day I could turn in the maximum amount of gold bullion, and then do it again the next day, and the next day, and the next day, just to catch up. That's how far behind I got on my gold bullion. I do try to be diligent on my gold bullion. All right, now over here you can see there's a bunch of alcohol here at the Sons of Dane compound, so I'm just going to grab whatever is actually alcohol. Some of this, by the way, is, see, if it says bourbon, then it's good. But this one says beer bottle. Wow, there's actually a lot for the server here. There's a lot. Wow, okay. Let's see. Now, this would be smart to backlog a bunch of this so that when you get this one's pretty common, that you'll get these backlog. Now, another thing is when you're drinking the alcohol here, it actually helps this particular quest go a little bit faster. What's up, guys? Now, I have the sound off right now because I've just got to smoke these guys. Stupid interrupt. Just got to smoke these guys and then bail on out of here. Line in the Sand is a fun one, but again, we're trying to... look at that funny stuff there, everybody. A little Foshnot shot there as well. The world's full again, sadly, or not, as it loaded just as I said that. I know, isn't that how it goes, everybody? Except if your parents would get pissed if you did that. Yes. You call yourself at 8:45. Call me back when 9 when it's free. Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. I've done that many times. I've done that many times where you did that as well. And again, one of the things that I found funny is that people who get knocked offline because they never learned the thing where they could block incoming calls while you're on the modem. But then, of course, if they're waiting for a phone call, then that's a bummer. But a lot of people never knew that you could do that. That you could block calls, you could block call waiting. You can also divert numbers, by the way. That's what I've done with my home phone. I've diverted it to the cell phone. I never have to actually answer the landline. It'll divert. You can forward the number. So you can actually have 2 numbers at the same number or more, depending on how many you want to pay for, right? You can actually forward those numbers to other numbers and never have to actually answer the home line, but you got the home line in case of an emergency. You can still use the home line. but you can have it automatically forward to your cell phone, which is a totally different number, by the way. A lot of things like that in life that people don't know. You know why? Because they didn't grow up in my age where you had to figure that stuff out or lose your progress in your favorite game. Why did I get in there? I already did that. Get out of there. I meant to go in the other thing. I looked away for a second. Go in the other thing over here. There we go. Now, the symptomatic will take away my conditions down below. This actually has a function. It'll actually take your, watch that little red square go away down there. Boop, there we go. That's your disease that I got. I had the rad worms, and I was able to clear that just like that. All right, sell a weapon to an NPC vendor. Oh, that's an easy one. You just go over here, and I'm on crafting, or really clearing of my inventory. And then I'll just make a pipe gun, you know, low level 1. I got so many resources, everybody. I have tens of thousands of resources across all my stuff. Incredible amount of resources because I'm a super looter. I loot everything. I don't mess around. All right, then we just sell that to the vendor, and there we go. Oh, I got to do 5 of them. Okay, I'm on it. Now, here's a great thing to do. I'm going to go in and use my other set here, which is my crafting of weapons and whatnot, because you can set up a bunch of different sets. It even allows you to change your perk points, too. So if you want to set it up for different reasons, which is one of the genius things, I think, that makes Fallout 76 unique in the Fallout franchise, is that you can adjust your perk points, and the card system is brilliant, everybody. It's absolutely brilliant. You can have one that's like you're crafting, another one you're being stealthy or tanky or high DPS. You can switch all that around and find your favorite setup. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say craft, let's say 2 of these. And I might have a chance of doubling up on that. I just did. By using my super duper, which is one of the best crafting things in. Yeah, we crafted 4 instead of 2, which is pretty awesome. Because that means I crafted 2 of them, and I used the resources for 2 of them to basically get this quest done. Just like that. Easy, easy, right? Very nice. Again, knowing your stuff. Oh, but there's rank 65. Or 64, I mean. Oh, the next one is 65. Oh, okay. We got one more to go. So, let's see. Seasons. Was it 64 or 65? I think it was 65. No, it was 64. Is what I need to get to. Okay, awesome. Now, score booster. Yes. Boom. All right, now you can see I have 50% boost, everybody, and that is awesome. And again, last season I did incredibly terrible. I was so far behind. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff on stream. But such is the way it goes. Scrap junk to produce fertilizer. Oh, that's a real easy one. I actually have fertilizer over here. Let's see if this fertilizer counts toward that thing. It does not. It has to be actual junk. So the other thing we want to do is smelt. Now, smelting is awesome, everybody. Why they have it in this? Why they have it in the other one? Sorry, the other one. Why they have some of that stuff under smelting, I have no idea. But one of the things that you're going to get is, in this case, ultracite. But you're also going to have a bunch of food that goes bad, right? Spoiled food. And I find that some people drop spoiled food either in this suitcase or they'll drop it in here for all the newbies and whatnot. So I weirdly do not have any spoiled food on me or in the thing. I have a little bit of spoiled Brahmin milk, but no spoiled food. Normally I do because I don't typically do stuff with food. And normally in here it goes bad. But the stuff I have in here right now doesn't go bad. And the stuff I did have, I sold to the vendor or I had already scrapped. So we're going to have to look for that here in a bit. Let's get these cookies. And Moo, get out the... Whoa, okay, wow, okay. I just tried to jump over the moo. Okay, game. All right, we got some spoiled fruit, though, from our new converter, so we might be able to use that to make some fertilizer and go from there. We'll see how it goes, and we're going to get all of our purified water, so I'm just kind of moving forward, grabbing all that, grab all this. Now, again, these are generators. These are generating me tons of loot, And we got a new one down here at the end, and that is our motorized butter churn. Oh, I bet you that needs power. Oh, it does need power. Okay. Well, let's just move that then. I didn't realize that actually required power. So let's sneak it in here by the moo-moo. What can we move out of here that doesn't require power? Our honey. Oh, I can put our honey in there. Yeah, that'd be nice. But no. It says it needs support. All right, moo-moo. This moo-moo is always in my way. I'm going to put him back way over here. There's some NPCs and moo-moos that are constantly in your way. It's not letting me put that down. We'll find the magic spot right there. All right, now that'll move the moo-moo out of there, hopefully. Come on, crazy moo-moo. Get out of there. No, he's going to block my spot. I knew he was. Here's another way of doing it. You go over here and you go like this. You say, go into our shop here, hit tab, and then we go ahead and say store it, or like that. And that'll make the moo-moo disappear over there. So he's no longer over there. Then you go into where it says stored, and then you just put it back down. Way over here, out of the way. I don't really need the fertilizer, but I like to have my moo-moo wandering around over there. You can milk that moo-moo and get that stuff. But not as vital as trying to get my butter churn going over here. It just so happens that the butter churn is by a central power location. I didn't even realize that needed to be powered. All right, so that's going now. We also got some waste acid, all of that. Can we still get through here? Yes, all right. That actually is much better. Okay, improve that a bit, and then also easier to get to our spoiled apple tree. Now, I've got all of this stuff, plus I have right down here the well collector, and also this right here, which should be collecting tomatoes for me. I'm assuming it's doing its job. I don't know. I haven't really checked up on it. All right, let's go ahead and scrap all of that, see how it does. Let's go over here and see if we can smelt this stuff. Now, if you hit Q, it'll break it down into the lowest part there. See if that counts. Oops. Got my aluminum out. There we go. Nope, that did not count either. Huh. Scrap junk to produce fertilizer. All right, not the right type of junk. But we can also do something over here in this, which is why I went to this one first, which is called bulking. So you can go in and bulk certain things like fertilizer and say, let's create like 2 of these. Like that. And actually, we need to switch our set back again here. So we can bulk 2 of those fertilizers and then turn right around and then just break them back down again, which works awesomely, everybody. The other one is lead, same thing. We can go over here and we can just go ahead and bulk it over here, and then lead. Again, I only need to do like 2 of them, and again, since I have super duper, sometimes I double up on it already. But 2 of them should be enough because each of these is like 10, so you're gonna get 20 out of that right there, and then 20 again. Got that done. All right, now we're getting that 50% boost. We're 65 already in the season. Looking good. Deal critical hit to an enemy using automatic weapons. Now, a great way to do that, everybody, and we also going to need to do some crippling, so we need our pepper shaker. Pepper shaker, a really great cripple weapon, I find. Then we hit T to drop all that. We've got shotgun shells. Wow, we got to make some 50 rounds today. We should probably do that right now while we're thinking about it. All right. Now, in your primary perks here, everybody, you have these legendary perks up above. And you can see I've got this says plays on complete accident, everybody, which I think is funny. So what I'm going to do is pull one of these out temporarily, and then I'm going to put it back in later. Now, the one I typically use the most is Master Infiltrator. but I'm going to go ahead and unequip it for right now. Now, make sure that you have at least a couple perk points down here so that you can re-equip it later. So I'm going to go ahead and unequip that. And then I'm going to go all the way to the end here to my slot here. And then choose a legendary perk. Now, if you notice, I have this one over here, which is ammo crafting. And it's already at 4 stars. Now, I could be building up all the rest of these, everybody. I have 517. That's a lot of perk points. Plus like 100 plus level ups and whatnot. I haven't really got back to it. But I'd like to turn this on when I feel like I'm about to do a whole bunch of perk things. So I want to go ahead and put that in there. So I'm going to say choose perk and then click that one. There we go. And now I've got that on. So I'm going to produce 150% more ammo than I would before. Now also on top of that, I have my ammo smith over here, which gives me 80% more rounds. So when I go to craft ammo over here, say I'm going to go do 50 cal. The 50 cal is 450 each time. So if I just craft one, everybody, boom, I just made 450 ammo. Unless it doubled up. If it doubled up like it did right here, then it made double that amount. So that just made 900 ammo using the same ammo you would use to get like 200, right? Because if you didn't have those buffs on, and if I didn't have the legendary one and then the regular perk card, it would be like 200. So that's a lot, everybody. 200 to 900 is a lot for the same amount of resources. So highly recommend being able to do it. And you can switch your perk points in and out, and they retain your legendary perks and your regular perk cards in and out, and they retain their star value. You don't lose the star values if you pull them in and out of there, which is awesome. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to make as much ammo as I can. So I'm going to go in and say ammo, because I use a lot of 50 cal, mainly for tagging mobs, and I'm going to do 15. Let's go ahead and compare before and after, everybody. It'll go first. We'll go in and see how much ammo I just made. Right here, I had around 6,000. I'm at 7,157. We'll write that down, 7,157. Then we'll go ahead and make a bunch of ammo in here, just with whatever we've got laying around. So we'll go in here, we'll max this out, and we'll go ahead and run that. And now we just made a ton of ammo, and we also got the boost right above there, as you can see. And then look at that, everybody. We just doubled the amount of ammo we had, right? So before we had around 7,000, now we have 14,000. Hey, sorry, what's 14,407 minus 7,157? Around 7,250. So basically, we just doubled that up just that quick by doing 14, everybody. 14 basically made us 7,000. Now, why didn't I make more than 14? Why did I make 100,000 ammo? Well, that's because you have to have gunpowder. Now, gunpowder used to be an inventory item, and they actually changed that now, where gunpowder is actually a junk item, and it goes into your junk, which means it goes in your scrap box now. I made the mistake at the beginning of the game, everybody, of making way too much gunpowder, and then it was an inventory item, and it filled my inventory completely up as well. So we're going to go into the chemistry station and go into ammo. Unrefined gunpowder, we're going to make as much as we possibly can. Right there, 255. And then you know what? We're going to go ammo, undefined, and then we're going to do it again. Right? I don't let you do 255 at a time. And I have so much acid and so much cloth now that I can just do this over and over. And, oh, and I gained XP for that, by the way. And over again. And that's probably good enough. That's a lot of ammo I'm about to do right there, everybody. Probably the most I've ever done. And again, you can see it's doubling up even my gunpowder that I'm doing as well. And then we're going to do ammo. We're going to do 50 cal. We're going to say 255. Bam. We'll do that. And then guess what? We'll do it again because we did it multiple times. But you can actually push this higher if you wanted to. But remember that there's a diminishing return on the amount that you're producing. Boom, there we go. And you can see I'm out of lead now. See, I have plenty of gunpowder, 21,000 gunpowder, but I'm out of lead. And lead probably is your weakest of all your things. But I can always collect more as I go along, and we'll show you that as well. Now, how much ammo do I have? 163,000 ammo, everybody. You're like, Kismet, now you got too much gunpowder and too much ammo. This is totally true. Normally, that would be a terrible thing because you would then not have enough to be able to put it away, and your character would be overburdened all the time, 363. But the scrap box now takes your gunpowder, so I can put that away and use that later on, as well as I have the ammo box, which I can go in and basically transfer all of that ammo into there, and then just take out basically what I need. In this case, probably about 10,000 ought to get me through the day, maybe. And there we go. And now I've got a backlog of 150,000 ammo that I don't have to worry about for a while. And that allows me to go ahead and switch my perk back as well, my legendary perk here. So I can then unequip this. Yes, okay. And then I can go in and say choose perk. And then I'll put it back to where I can just hack through stuff. Of course, you could also use intelligence, get yourself another 5 points. But I love the fact that I can just hack right through stuff with my Master Infiltrator. Also great for when you're launching nukes and things of that nature. You can just get right through those doors, right through the terminals, like they're nothing. Because this is at max level, which means it auto unlocks. You don't have to do the pick thing anymore. You don't have to do the terminal thing anymore. It's awesome. I wish they'd roll that back into Fallout 4. It'd be amazing. A lot of things in Fallout 76 I wish they would roll back. It would be amazing if they did. All right. What else we got to do? Destroy some robots. Do some criticals on there. Now, also what we could do is now that we've got that next level of perks, our next level of boost. Our boost went off. Why did our boost go down to 25%? Our boost ran out from yesterday. Oh, I took too long. Oh, that's what happens, everybody. I ran out of boost. That's okay, because we're going to go ahead and do another boost right now. And here's what you do, everybody. See, I'm out of boost. So if I go into seasons, I can... Oh, no, I got one more. What I can do is get more boosts, by the way. I feel like this is the best use of your atoms. Is to buy these boosts, because it's better to buy a boost because you're going to get like 4 or 5 of your things, of your progression, of your levels for the season out of one boost. If you're very efficient, like you do it one day and then you do it the next day, like I'm doing, then if you go and actually level it up using your atoms, right? Just trying to do the whole season with your atoms. I feel it's much more enjoyable to use the boost to earn it, right? To earn it yourself. There we go, back up to 50%. Very nice. Okay, now, destroy a robot. We're going to actually do our weeklies as well. Let's get back in there. Challenges. Now, if you have an epic weekly, that's as best as that's going to get, everybody. So you might as well just go ahead and add those to your dailies that you're going to try to get done. Destroy a robot as well. I want to make sure that no one's trying to contact me via my text messaging or anything. No, just in case the wife and family wants to talk to me for some reason. I always have my phone right here in case my family needs my help, everybody. And if they do, the stream is over. Peace out. Peace out the second they need my help. There you go. If you got a busy signal, call someone. You could actually call the operator, then have him do emergency. You absolutely could. Yes, I have never done that before because I never had an emergency at that level, or the person was off the phone. But that you totally could. Do you have any plans to check out Once Human? Oh, kid! Oh, don't spoil the future, King Coco. Yeah, we might be doing some stuff. I can't really say. I can't say. No, it's okay, King Coco. I appreciate you guys foreshadowing the future, I guess. You guys doing reverse Kismet in the chat. I just thought of that. Yeah, reverse Kismet in the chat. There you go. Oh, stick around on Saturday, TG Clerics, and you will find out. A little foreshadowing. Now, see, I have a lot of stuff lined up, everybody. A lot of people don't realize, everybody, how many hours I spend behind the scenes setting this stuff up. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of hours every single month. Setting up, sponsorships where they'll send me a code for a game. And then, what I call learn to plays, where we just jump in. We totally don't know anything about the game. We jump in. We try out a game for about an hour. It's kind of like a little game sample. So you get an idea of if you like the game. I'll give you my feedback and ideas about the game and whether it's one worthy of your time. I turn down 99% of that stuff. But, I mean, there's so much. I can't do it all. There's number one. And number two, it's like not my stream, right? It's not, if I was playing League of Legends all day long, it would be totally 180 degrees from my particular stream. But see, I'm a variety streamer, so I can play any game. I can play really any game I want to, and that's what's great. I'm a true variety streamer. Some people call themselves a variety streamer, and they're playing like 2 games. I play a wide array of games, everybody. And that's so that you might find your next favorite game. And I only play games that I'm interested in, or I think you guys might be interested in. Games that I would enjoy. I know if I had more time to play all the way through. That kind of stuff. I rarely ever do anything that I'm not interested in, because I'm at that age, everybody. I'm at that age. And I have a massive list, thanks to all of you who do suggest it on my Discord, as well as I'm always watching, too, because this is what I do, everybody. And if you want to be great at something, you should be studying. Studying what games are coming out, what games you think that you might want to do on your stream. A little shout out to all the streamers out there. What is your stream about? What's it about? You're like, well, Kismet, I just play games. But there should be more than that. Remember, your job is not to play games. That's just a byproduct of what you're doing. Your job is to entertain people. That's your job. That's what I try to do every time. I try to make my stream better than the one before. I try to entertain people, try to, impart a little bit of knowledge, both in game and in real life. Things that I've learned along the way that were hard lessons that I try to pass on, and you guys can carry the torch forward or not. You can extinguish the torch. I mean, it's your option. It's your life. You make your own choices. But that's what, once I figured that out, everybody, doing streaming was much more enjoyable, I thought, than just playing a game all day long. Now, of course, if you want to do that, you can. But you need to approach the thing from the right direction. I feel like that's the key to everything. Is that you approach it from a direction that's uniquely you. That's your take on it. Like me, I like doing games that are like this, Fallout 76, where I've got a bunch of things queued at the same time, and I'm dominating because I figured out how to generate an incredible amount of cash and resources and whatnot, and then I just dominate the game. Big time dominate, and then even add an even fun factor, and I'm not even remembering to get my team in here, my bad. I hope I didn't just accidentally mute you there, TARDIS, as get your team in. Right? So I got TARDIS coming in. I'm also going to go ahead and create it into a public team. And they can go ahead and just jump on in into my group. And then you add the team factor, which is my favorite part of any game, everybody, is the pulling the team together. And if you've ever watched one of our 7 Days to Die videos, or if you ever watched live on stream, those are my favorite moments. Like last weekend, everybody. Look at that. Gives me goosebumps, everybody. Check it out. Look at that. Can you see them? Look at them goosebumps. Every time that magic happens, everybody, and that's my goal. My goal is not to be the smartest person in the room and say, look at me, I'm going to do everything. Look at me, I'm the person who's doing the food and the water and the bikes and the ammo and the thing. I try not to be the everything person. I try to help where I can, in any way that I can. But the magic is when you have all of these excellent people working together, and then you just kind of get the ball rolling. It's like a snowball, everybody. You put it on the side of the mountain and you start it rolling. And then all of a sudden, that thing is like a boulder by the time it hits the bottom of the mountain, right? And that's what I like to do. I like to play with awesome people who love to work together. And there's a magic that happens, everybody. When you're in the middle of a battle and you can turn the tide if you're around excellent people. And the same thing is in life. When you work somewhere where you're working with excellent people who love to work together, there's a magic that happens. And I feel like sometimes that's what happens to businesses is there's this magic because there's a lot of people who are invested in it, who want to do that thing. When I work for Apple, everybody, they're very much like that. They're all in. Not just in the Apple culture, but they're all in on what they want to do in life, right? They're exceptionally good at what they did. Because if they made it there, everybody, they're good. Because you got to get 100% on every test. And that tells me something about myself, too, that I even worked there, everybody. I didn't work in retail, everybody. I was a senior tech. So there's like, there's like the techs. There's like the techs above that. Then there's like the senior techs. And then there's like the super elite group that I was getting fast tracked to that sadly I got sick and didn't make it. But that's okay. I know that about myself, everybody, that I made that accomplishment in my life. And once you have that little touch of greatness, everybody, it stays with you always. It always does. A great example is like people who play sports, right? People who are great at what they do, it lasts forever. That greatness always stays with you every minute of every day. When I did graphic design, everybody, I was the highest in you could do. I was pre-press and printing, which is you get to do the graphic design, but you also get to see it print at the same time. And other people would send their designs to me, or I would design them from scratch, and then we would run them out to film, and then they would go off to the press. So not only did you have to know design, but you also had to know printing. You had to know inks. You had to know solid inks and things. You had to know about die cuts. You had to know about a whole bunch of other stuff called trapping, and just a ton of stuff. A lot of technical details. A lot of things that one little tumbler that you got wrong would screw up millions of dollars, millions and millions of dollars worth of stuff. So you got to really be Johnny on the spot, everybody. And every single one of mine rolled out. And that's another achievement I have in real life. Not just in game, everybody. I did a lot of real life stuff that I can look back and say, look, I did these amazing things. And I know you guys did too. Whether it's you consider it to be a small thing or a big thing, that greatness stays with you always. And when you're in the tough times in life, like I am right now, everybody, remember those moments. Because those will get you over that, oh man, I can't do that thing I love to do my whole entire life anymore, moments like me. Like I had to get to a point where I said, look, you got to be honest with yourself, bro. You cannot work at Apple anymore because you are not at that level. You are never going to be at that level again. So what are you going to do now? And whoo, boy, when you're that starkly honest with yourself, you can start to move past those moments and choose something else to do in your life. And here I am, everybody. I would be dead without streaming. I'm telling you. And if I had taken like disability, which I refused to do because I felt it was a death sentence. Because what I would do is just sit around and do nothing and just waste away and die. I'm not kidding. I've been totally real with you guys. Totally real. I feel like that sometimes happens that people say, oh, well, I'll take disability. And then there's no motivation to get out of the bed. There's no motivation to do anything in your life because you've lost that work. That's why people die so quickly after retiring because they have no motivation to do anything else. In life, keep busy. Keep busy doing some things that you love to do, right? Or things that you have to do. There's some things in life you have to do, right? Like when my sink gets messed up, I have to go in there and figure out why it's messed up and sometimes call the plumber and then figure out how we're going to pay for it. You know how that goes. Oh, there's that cooking oil right there. So that's the thing that I like to impart here in the stream. You're loving it, says Ems. Yes, we put it on the radar as well. What's up, Mark? Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Cool guy coming in, say sup. What's up? There you go. What are you doing? Don't you have anything better to do with your life? You obviously have the ability to come into my stream. I wonder if that's a bot or just somebody being a scumbag. Probably a mixture of both. Hold on a second, everybody. Someone being a scumbag over on YouTube. Let me try to remember how to report them. Let's see. What do we want to call this? Let's just call this hate speech. And more harassment and bullying, I think. Yes. Let's yes, harassment. You don't know that's a crime, by the way, when you harass people. Reporting, and then hiding. Over there. There we go. Enjoy. All right. I'm too old to deal with people's whatever mental problems they have, everybody. Some people have low self-esteem. So they come into my chat and they want to just spew some random crap. I'm too old for your high school games. Level up in real life. Stop being a level 0 human being. Of course, you can continue to be a level 0 human being, which is just only thinks of yourself. And, you know, you got to strike out at other people to make yourself feel better about you. Believe me, it goes nowhere. I've been down that road. It is a dead-end road when I was younger, when I was very young. I've been down that road where I tore other people down. I say, hey man, what's going on with them pants? Is the flood coming in? Right? We called that burning people back in the day. Now they call it being, bullying or doing that kind of stuff. When I was very young, because that's what everybody else did. So you either part of the bullying side or you're part of the other side, right? And that's really all I did. I didn't like take people's lunch money and crazy things like that. But I had a gift for it. I had a gift for tearing other people down and doing that as well. That guy's a moron. I could have told you that in the first sentence he put in the chat. The first sentence he put in the chat just tells me that right away. And again, you can live that life, everybody. And a good friend of mine, and I've told the story many times before, came to me and said, Kismet, you'd be a great guy if you weren't such an a-hole. And this is a guy that's a millionaire, everybody. He's a millionaire, very accomplished businessman, a mentor of mine, who I absolutely love. And I have always been a very huge admirer of him. As a good friend of mine, he told it to me straight. And there's people going to tell you that stuff and it's just going to roll off you like, you know, water off a duck's back kind of thing. And there's people who are close to you who are going to tell it to you in such a way that they're being sincere and they're saying it in such a way because they care about you. And there's very rarely will you find that in life, everybody, who's just going to tell it to you straight. That's what I do. I just tell it to you straight from my point of view. Now, if your point of view is different, that's okay. That's okay if you have a different point of view than mine. See, in the old school days, everybody, you could have different opinions and still like each other. I know. Remember those days? You could have completely opposite. Blue is terrible color. I like yellow. Yellow's better, or purple, or orange, or whatever. And just no, these are the two exact opposite on whatever it is. No, I like fuzzy socks. I like white socks. Whatever dumb argument that people get in over the smallest trivial things. Or even the largest things, or how to run the country and that kind of things, or all of those things. And you can disagree and still be friends or still be cordial with each other. And still, and most importantly, come to a middle ground. Come to a point in which you could resolve the issue. Complaining about an issue never resolves it. You can complain all day long. But what's the solution? When you bring up a problem, think through to the solution. What's the solution to the problem? That's when you're contributing. If you're just bringing up, hey, the sky is blue, yeah, everybody knows that. But what's wrong with the sky being blue? Is it making it difficult to launch the rockets into space? Well, how do you launch the rockets into space when the sky is not blue, when the sky is rainy and whatever, right? You could be the one that solves that problem where you don't have to wait and delay a launch because of the weather. Oh, well, you figured a way around it, right? Somebody out there will one day. You can launch 365 days a year instead of whenever, it's clear and nice, right? Somebody will figure that out. Or somebody will figure out how to do a space elevator where you don't have to launch rockets at all, like in Status Factory, right? Or have the ability to use magnetism instead of rocket fuel or whatever. That kind of thing as well. So I always find that pretty awesome to go in and do it. What are you people doing? What are you people doing over on YouTube? Whatever. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Nah, nah, nah. Nah, nah, nah. All right. I feel bad for people like that, Victor. I feel bad for people like that. I don't know if it's just a bot, which most of the time it is. Most of the time it's just a bot. But it's people who have low self esteem. People have low self esteem, and I had that problem. I did. I had low self esteem when I was young. I had to prove, because in my days, everybody, you had to prove that you were a man. You had to go in, prove you were a man, or you're going to get stabbed or shot or killed. I mean, this is like your life on the line, everybody, back in my day. This is the 70s and 80s. They didn't have no, like, sensitivity counselors or nothing like that. You lived and survived. Now, see, people like this, who are saying stuff like this right now, these people would get killed in my day. They would get killed because they talk that stuff straight to someone's face. No, not on the internet where they think they're safe behind the keyboard. They talk that to someone's face, they'll die. I've seen people get punched out, punched in the throat. People, I mean, not just hitting you in the face, but punch you in the throat, which could break your windpipe and you could die. I've seen people pull knives, and I've seen people shot. I've seen people die right in front of me. I grew up those kind of things, everybody, where the delinquents were. The people who were very dangerous. The people who would go on to be killed or kill other people. The very, very deadly people. And that's where it really is scary, right? That kind of thing. That kind of harassment. You want to come in, you want to harass people. You want to come in and say stuff in the chat and all of that. That kind of stuff is sad because it's somebody who has low self-esteem, and this is what they want to do. They want to come in and harass you in the chat. And that kind of stuff. And they're just going to go to their 15 accounts and just keep doing that all day long, over and over. But the cool thing is I can just remove them from the thing. So it's pretty sweet, those commands. Though very rarely do I have that many people be jerks anymore. Very rarely. But such is the way it goes. And I kind of feel bad for them, everybody, because these are the type of people that, that have a rough time in life. They're having that part of their life that they haven't made it past yet. You know how it goes. You know how it goes back in the day. But see, this is the kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff that if you said this to someone's face, they would kill you. And they still will today. Go up to a biker and say that stuff they're saying in chat right now. Go to a biker group. They don't mess around. They're loyal. That's why I love bikers. Big love to all the bikers out there. Because they're very loyal to each other. You start messing with one, you mess with them all. You start messing around like that in real life, you're going to find, in the words of my generation, you screw around and you find out, and we don't use the word screw. That's what you find out in the long run as well. So hold on a second, everybody. Let me go ahead and figure this out over here. Let's see. Let's see. All right, hold on. Can't remember. God, it's been so long. I can't remember, everybody. I can't remember. Let me know if you guys remember how to turn it on chat only mode. See, what I do also, everybody, is I just hide the chat. So I'm not even reading what they're saying. They're typing a bunch of stuff, I'm sure, in there while I'm not even paying attention. Let's see. The great thing is just ignore them, everybody. Just ignore them altogether. God, it's been so long. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. Let me look for it here. Again, pretty sad. This is what they spend their time doing. Oh, man, I can't remember how to do it. I feel like der. Oh, okay. Okay. Where is that? That's over here. Go to here. And then here. There we go. Awesome. Oh, that's easy. Just go into your panel. And you go into your live stream. For all you YouTubers out there, you just go into edit and you just go to customization, edit your settings for your live stream, customization, and then subscribers. Yeah. Let's see. All right. There we go. All right. There we go. Now I have a thing on Twitch where I can just press a button, and basically it just mutes all these people as well. Yeah, and this is a form of harassment, everybody. So if you don't know, that's against the law, and you can actually be penalized for that as well. And I find the best thing to do, everybody, is just to report them and then move on. And what they're really trying to do is get your attention, right? They're like, oh, I got some attention. I got some attention from this guy. And that's really what they're trying to do as well, is get your attention. You can also delete their messages out. We're going to do all of that. They're a sad person who obviously has enough talent to go in and come into your stream, but they want to, they're hateful. They're sad and lonely or whatever it is, with low self-esteem. And I feel bad for people like that, everybody. I feel bad for them that, I don't know, maybe they're young, maybe they're having a rough time in their life. I hope their life improves to the point in which they don't feel like they need to go and do this to people to make themselves feel better. Because this could lead to you dying. Because you say this stuff in real life to people, you're going to think you could just say this kind of stuff to peeps. And one day you're going to say it to the wrong person, and that's when it'll go very, very wrong. But hey, I learned something today, though. At least I learned something today as well. Hold on a second, everybody. Normally my mods take care of all this stuff, but it's good for me to get back in as well, too, because I totally forget how to do stuff like this, everybody, how to go in and do whatever. And I didn't read anything else they said. After the first line, they say something. I just know that someone is harassing me, so I just ignore all the rest of it and don't read anything they put in there. That's the number one thing that you want to do. Is just completely ignore what they're saying, because they're just spouting, just hate speech and stuff of that nature. And it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad kind of thing as well. All right. Just taking a minute to report all these people. And they'll just go make another account anyway. But, I'm doing my due diligence. There we go. Hey, and I learned how to turn on subscriber mode. Hey, cool. I learned something today. There we go. Look at me learning new things. Look at me learning new things. In chat as well. There we go. Removed all their messages and reported them to YouTube. YouTube don't care, by the way. YouTube is a ginormous corporation. Just like if you want to have the real deal, everybody, just like, what is it? HR is not there for you. If you work in a corporation, everybody, HR is not there for you. HR is there to protect the company. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind the next time you go to HR and you need them to solve something for you that is something that the company, for the company. So keep that in mind, everybody. Very important thing to know. And again, I don't know why people waste their time with that, because I am the last person to do that to, because I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't affect me at all. If you got some sort of mental problem, or if you have some sort of low self-esteem or whatever, everybody, you go right ahead. I'm just going to ban you. I don't care. I don't care. I didn't look at any of your messages. I don't care. I just report it and clear it out of there, and then never have to think about you again. In fact, I'm going to forget your name in about 10 seconds, because I do have a really bad sleep apnea and really bad disabilities. But other than that, everybody, I'm just going to forget your name anyway. So you will be forgotten. That's the thing. That's the thing. Not just because I want to forget you, but because I have a terrible memory. And that's another kind of low-level scummy thing, everybody, is to pick on disabled people, or pick on older people, or people who, are lower level than you in a game, right? You're max level and you go gank the newbies. Yeah, I feel like that's like a self-esteem thing. So there you go. You reported them also? Well, thank you, Chad. Thank you for going over there and reporting them all and all of that stuff as well. Again, hey, Shredded Flex, what's up, brother? Big love, brother, big love. What's up? I learned something new today. Look at me go. Now, I'm more a Twitch streamer than anything else, everybody, but I do go above and beyond and stream also to YouTube and to x.com, aka Twitter, as well to Kick and to Facebook. I find the Twitch community the best of all of the communities. I'm not lying. I mean, I find them the best, the coolest people who just love to chill out and talk games and have a good time and whatnot. And you got, your 1% of, peeps who come in and, use your hate speech and all of that stuff and whatnot. But most of the time, pretty chill. And most of the time on YouTube, people are pretty chill. I find in my chat anyway. I see sometimes where people are just being the worst versions of themselves. I feel like those people right there are being the worst versions of themselves. I'm sure there's a version of themselves in some alternate universe where they don't feel like they got to tear other people down to make themselves feel better. And that's how you win every time, everybody. If they get a rise out of you, if you get upset about it or whatever, then that's when you're letting them win. I just ban them and don't bother to read any of their messages at all. That's the best thing to do, streamers, is just ban them straight away. Don't play their little low self-esteem game. They have. You don't need to justify yourself. You don't need to say, hey, this is why I banned you or whatever. I mean, it's pretty obvious when they're being scumbags in the chat, and they're just trying to come in and get a rise out of you. It's an old game. It's a tired game of low self-esteem, and that's too bad. That's too bad that some people are like that. But no, that's a them problem. That's not a me problem. That's a them problem. Remember that. Like if you ever get harassed like that, or if you're young, everybody, and you're still in school and people are bullying you or things like that, remember, it's not about you, right? It's about them being so low in their self-esteem that they got to tear someone else down. Or sometimes they're just a terrible human being. That's just the way it is. But this about them. See, they want to tear you down so they can feel better. It may not even be something that you did. They may just dislike you. They may just not like you at all for no reason. They don't have to have a reason, everybody. It's a low self-esteem problem inside. And remember, to your own self be true. Shakespeare, everybody. To your own self be true. Do you like who you are? Are you a decent person? Do you like the person that you become? Or do you like the person who you wish you were? Right? To gain that self-esteem, you need to be true to yourself, who you are and what you do. I tell it like it is, everybody. I don't BS. I don't play a character. I don't do any of that stuff. Not because I can't be the worst liar and thief in the world, which anybody can. That's the easiest thing to do. That's the lowest common denominator human being. You can be a liar and a thief and a jerk and all of that stuff. That takes the least effort. It takes the least amount of things. So when I see people doing that, I just know they're that zero. That's why they call people zeros, everybody, because they're level 0 human being. But it takes a little bit to be that level 1 human being, where you have empathy for other people. And you care about whether you are dragging them down or being mean or harassing them or bullying them. And things like that. Then you might also start to think, hey, wait, there's other people on this planet. Maybe I should, work and help charity, or maybe I should help out that friend or that random stranger who's having a tough day, right? Maybe I should listen to people, right? Maybe listen to what their point of view is, even if it's different from my point of view, right? Maybe I should listen to them and actually listen and not wait to talk. See, some people, they wait to talk. They just want to tell their point of view, and some people actually listen. The way people know you're listening is if you say the thing that you just heard them say back to them. I hear what you're saying. This is your point of view, but I have a different point of view. So that's when they know that you heard what they said, right? And you got a different point of view, that's perfectly fine. But if you're going to act like an a-hole, I'm too old, and I don't mess around. I just ban you out. And that's it. I don't play your little childish games. Generations and generations and generations have been playing that game, everybody, and it was a failure of those generations. My parents' generation, the boomers, that's a failure of their generation, tearing other people down because of the color of their skin or where they're from or whether they're male or female or who they love or what socks they're wearing today or whatever ridiculous, stupid thing they had to tear someone else down to make themselves feel better. If you're not enough without that, you're never going to be enough. If you can't be just still, if you can't be who you are, who you want to be, because you only get so many minutes, everybody, to do the things that you want to do in your life. My job is to bring a little joy and positivity in the world, because there's enough negativity in the world. We don't need any more of that. That's all I do. And I get out of the bed every single day, and it's a struggle still to this day because of my disabilities. To get out of the bed and to come over here and play little games, talk a little real life, have a good time with all of you. And that stuff never bothers me. I will, because, one, I have bad memory because I can't sleep. I have really bad insomnia as well. But I will forget all about it. It will be like it never happened, everybody, because I will forget about it because I have bad memory. It's like my hard drive has trouble storing information, which is my brain, and I have trouble retrieving information. So I will never remember it. Not unless somebody reminds me, like my mods, hey, remember that time 5 years ago about that thing? And I'll be like, Not really, but okay, I'll take your word for it. My mods kind of tell me that stuff as well. So again, whenever that happens, streamers, just or content creators, whatever, just ban them straight away. Ban them straight away. Go into sub mode. Go into another mode or whatever, and then just roll on with your day. Just do whatever you got to do, or just completely ignore them. That's what I suggest you do. Ignore them. Ban them out of there. Don't bother reading any of their messages. Don't bother taking your time to respond to them or whatever. Now, I only respond to inspire you guys and give you guys a little heads up on what to do when you are harassed and when you are attacked with hate speech or bullied or things like that. Because, again, remember, those bullies, there's something wrong with them, everybody. There's something wrong with them in the fact that they have to do that. They feel like they need to do it. They feel like they need to do stuff of that nature and say stuff of that nature because they're so sad. Right? They're so sad inside. And I feel bad for people like that, everybody. I feel bad for it because I remember when I was super young in my late teens, and you had to prove yourself all the time, right? You had to prove yourself or you would die. you would be on the wrong side of a fight or a knife or a gun. I'm not kidding, everybody. It was a dangerous world then. Luckily, now at least you can go to your teachers and your principals and your counselors. If somebody's bullying you, don't let them do it. And you don't have to fight them like we did in our day, man. I've been in a lot of fights. And some people pull knives on fights too, everybody. In my day, you don't mess around. And they didn't have sensitivity counselors and all of that stuff in my day. So I've heard everything under the sun. You can call me names all day long. Duck off, water off a duck's back, everybody. It doesn't bother me at all. Right in here and right out here. I don't care. I don't care. That's a you problem, right? And if you make that bullying that you're doing, you tell them, hey, these guys are bullying me. These guys are harassing me. These guys are doing these terrible things. And then just forget about it, right? Just hopefully they'll take care of it and you won't have to deal with it anymore. But the most important thing to remember is that they're being the small person and you're being the big person, right? If they're harassing you because they don't like your glasses, or you're a little nerdy, or you're not the best looking person in the world, and you're not part of the preppy crowd and part of the sports crowd or part of the stoner crowd or whatever crowds they got going, and they don't like you because you're not part of their little clique. Remember, that's a them problem and not a you problem. You're probably an awesome person the way you are. You're probably amazing in what you do, right? And so you gotta find your way in life. And remember that high school is just a small microcosm of sometimes what happens afterwards too. Some people linger in that high school mode. They linger in it and they still continue to do it as an adult. Now, as an adult, you're supposed to move past that, everybody, but some people stay in there and they play that little political game and they play that, oh, I'm going to tear you down so I feel better about myself. And some people go through their entire life with never leveling up past that point. Yeah, they never do. They never do. And I'm glad that my friend came to me and told me that and said, hey, you need to think about the way that you talk to people and that you're not the center of the universe. And they were right. I got to give it to them. At 54, everybody, they were right. And sometimes you got to have a good friend. That's a good friend that'll come to you and tell it to you straight, right? Tell it to you straight about how the world works. And about that stuff, because not a lot of people do. Not a lot of people go and say, look, that guy's bullying you because that person has low self-esteem, or maybe they're just a jerk. Maybe they're just they're in a bad place. Maybe their parents got divorced. Maybe they had a bad problem. Maybe they're sad all the time or depressed or something that's causing them to lash out like that against other people, right? That's a sad thing that someone's in that state. That they're in that state. Now, sometimes I get into real life talking to everybody. We'll get back to gaming here in a minute. Sometimes people get in that state, and it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing when they haven't moved past that in their life, where they can be content in who they are, right? Instead of lashing out to other people and telling people how terrible they are, you're the worst person, and this, that, and the other thing. They want to come in and make up crap and say this terrible thing or this terrible thing because it makes them feel good about themselves, because they can't just feel good about themselves without it. If you can't feel good about yourself without tearing someone else down, then you're in a terrible state in your life. I don't need to tear people down anymore, everybody. I don't need to tell them how terrible they are or all of that stuff. That's just a waste of your time. So don't bother with that stuff, everybody. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. Just take good care of yourself. Become the person that you love to be. I'm perfectly happy with who I am. I'm a decent person. I like who I am. And that's all that matters anymore. It matters anymore because I only have so many minutes left in life. And how do I want to spend my minutes? Do I want to spend minutes around people who are negative and who are constantly tearing you down and tell you how terrible you are and try to manipulate you and do all sorts of things like that? Or do you want to just eliminate those people from your life? Eliminate those people, everybody. Your life will be much better when you have the people who you know you can call on the phone at any time, day or night, and will come and back you up. I'm that type of person with my friends and with my family, and my friends are that way for me. I call them up right now, no matter where I am in the world. Hey, I need your help. On the way. Hang up. That's it. That's it. Those are rare people. Hopefully you find some people like that in your life as well. Because they are fairly rare out there, everybody. People who are totally ride or die. That's it. Ride or die. That's it. They'll be there with you no matter what happens. And those are, again, great peeps that you're looking for as well. So there we go. So yeah, got a little sidetrack there, everybody. Got a little sidetrack there. But such is the way it goes. All right, we got to hack some terminals. Let's get back into some 76. Now, quite often I do, everybody. It's a little byproduct of my dream. Oh, here comes some love right over there. 31 months of sub love. Let's go. There we go. Bringing in that Kismet love train. I appreciate that, Seth. Let's show them some love right there in the chat. And again, sometimes I talk about IRL, everybody. Sometimes I get into it. And again, it's okay if you disagree. We can still chill and have a good time. Even if you disagree. Well, let's get into it. Let's get into it over here. Now, I don't really want to capture this position. I just want to run over here and click this terminal. Now, remember, I put my my access thing back on again, so I can just click, and bam, I get right through the terminal right there. And I got to do that 14 more times, everybody. That's a lot of times to have to do terminals and do all of that stuff as well. So there we go. Now, if you're not a sub over there on YouTube, feel free to jump over to my Twitch and say hi over there. Twitch.tv/Kismet. Feel free to say hi over there as well. All right. Let's see. What do we got? Ooh, free range on. Love me some escort quests. I don't know what it is about escort quests, everybody. They just usually go on forever. Oh, there's a dude over there. Frost Lord is over there getting those robots. I was about to jump over there and take out some robots. Where's some other robots? I think down here at Hornwright Testing is where there's a bunch of robots. Well, I've been down there in a long time. We might go try that out. We might go try that out as well. Let's go. Let's go do it. Oh, and I got to turn my sound back on as well. And again, everybody, it's okay to try to grow past that that tough time in your life. I hope they grow past that and find something more productive in their life that they could use their skills on. Something more positive, hopefully, but, you know, again, it's their life. They can make their own choices. I'm not telling them what to do. That's all on them. All right, what is it? We got a... oh, we don't have any crippling stuff. The crippling stuff was the other weeklies, I think. Yes, right over here. Let's see. Yes. Yes, cripple here, cripple here. So that's a weekly. Are we going to re-roll those weeklies? Well, if we stream tomorrow, we'll work on those tomorrow. Let's we're going to run out of time here. Let's get into it. Kill a Deathclaw or Rad Scorpion. Probably do a little bit of both. Let's go over here, and let's go over here. Right over there as well. Again, everybody, it's your life. You make your choices. I remember they have repercussions in each part of your life. Not only has repercussions like the law, but has repercussions into staining your soul. If you do terrible things, everybody, remember that is recorded inside. And I think you answer for that in the end. In whatever way you believe, I think no matter what, you don't get a pass. You don't get a oh, I did these bad things. I get to just get a pass to get those things removed. I feel like the number one question you're going to be asked when you're dead is how did you treat other people? And so that's why every day I try to treat people with respect and kindness. And if they are rude or whatever, I just respectfully ban them. That's my take on it, everybody. And still wish them well, and still hope that they find a way in their life to level up. But again, think positive thoughts in their direction, but they'll have to make that choice. You can't force anybody to be a decent human being. They have to choose. They have to choose at some point in their life that they see that everybody around them is a sketchy person. Everything that they're doing is sketchy, and that the people around them are not trustworthy because they don't trust them either. That's one of the worst things that you can lose with other people, everybody, is trust. Is when you lose that trust, you never get it back again fully. Sometimes you might earn it back, but you never get it back. So I find in life there's a good balance between all of those things. And that's what I try to do. But I just try to be me. You can like me or dislike me. That's on you. But I just try to be a decent person, try to bring a little love and positivity into people's day. And that's it. And just try to get up out of bed every day and try to do something, because it's a struggle. It's a constant suffering. That's how I live my life, in a constant suffering every single day. And it's rough. It's rough having those kind of disabilities after being so strong for so long and being in such great shape in my youth and not having to be dizzy all the time and not having to have trouble sleeping and trouble with insomnia and all of those really terrible things that I have. But there's people who have it even worse, everybody. People who have cancer and really, really bad things that they have to deal with every single day. And that's really brave, everybody. I find that brave, where people still say, you know what? I got this terrible thing, but today I'm going to get up and I'm going to do something anyway. And I find those are the bravest people in the world. The people who are like children who are suffering with cancer and whatnot, but they still got a smile. They're still being the light of humanity, I find. And that's why I love St. Jude's Children's Hospital and why I like to raise funds for them, because I have daughters as well, everybody. And I can see them in there. And I've had to carry them to the hospital before, everybody. My daughter got hit in the head with a stick. She was breaking a stick, and that stick came back and hit her right in the head. She was out in the front yard with my wife. And I heard him yell, and I come running out, and I scooped her up. I had no shoes on, no wallet, no keys, no nothing. Just right in the car, right to the emergency room, because I didn't want to wait for an ambulance to get there. And I walked right to the front of the line, and I was like, out of the way. I said, my daughter needs help right now. Boom, we went in there, and of course, she's fine today. She's fine today. And brilliant, by the way. I'm going to be an engineer. So very proud of my oldest daughter. Very, very proud of her as well. And that's what I try to impart in them, to be a decent human being, to treat people with respect and kindness and those kind of things. And people are going to be who they're going to be, but you can help them a little bit along the way. You can guide your children a bit. And then at some point, usually about 16, they become pretty much unteachable, unless they learn it the hard way. And then I just am there when they need my help. If they have a flat tire, they know they can call me, or I also got them AAA as well. And if they have a trouble with a car, they can call me. They have a problem with their phone, like my daughter came in the other day, she's having a problem with her phone. And normally she has a bad attitude. But whenever she needs anything, she's the sweetest, kindest person. You know how it goes, everybody, when you're at that age. Everybody goes through that kind of thing, right? You're hot and cold all the time. You're one way or another. And then she comes in. Now, I could be a jerk back to her and do this sarcastic stuff that she does to me from time to time. Or I can just say, sure, here, give me the phone. I'll take care of it for you. Okay, there you go. It's fixed. That's what I did. Fix the phone. So there you go, sweetheart. You have a good day. And then she did. And then she was sweet to me for about, 15, 20 minutes. And then she got frustrated about something. And then, back to it again. Again, you put up with that stuff with your family more than anybody else in the world, everybody. And everybody goes through that stage, and that's called empathy. Empathy for other people and what they're going through in that stage, because you're still trying to learn. I still, until you're like 25, everybody, you're still trying to master your emotions. You're going this way and that way, and it's like a roller coaster life of your life of emotions all the time. And you're trying to, you're depressed one minute and you're happy the other minute, and you're always this kind of roller coaster. You're not the only one who has that, everybody. Just so you know, there's billions of other people in the world going on that same emotional roller coaster right now that you are as well. So lean on the people you care about when you're having those tough times. And I suggest the best thing to do with your kids is just let them know that you love them and that you'll be there when they need help. That's it. That's all you got to do, everybody. All you got to do, impart some wisdom. Sometimes they'll listen, sometimes they won't. But I'm always there if they need my help. If they need my help, they can say, hey, Daddy, I need this thing. And I'm on it. I'm on it. There you go. Like I helped one of my twins learn how to drive and get her license, and really pushed my wife to kind of accelerate the process so she can have that freedom to have her own car and drive where she needs to go, and then also to go get a job and learn how to manage herself in a job. She has 2 jobs right now, and not because I told her to go have a job. Everybody, she did it on her own, and that's what happens around 16. You start coming into your own. You start making your own bigger decisions where you are learning about the world, right? Learning about how to get money, manage money, how to take care of yourself, because I'm not going to be around forever. I'm amazed I made it this long, everybody. I'm stunned. I am still alive at this point after how much stuff I've been through over the last decade for sure. But even longer than that, I also had a lot of terrible gallbladder pain. I took this medicine that was for that gallbladder pain, and then we found out that medicine was causing people to have heart attacks. Luckily, I had cut mine in half because it was just too much for me. I couldn't even function because it felt like my heart was racing all the time. So I cut mine in half, and they found out people were dying. So I dodged the bullet on that. I've dodged the Reaper so many times, everybody. And I've told these stories before on stream. They're all true. They're all true. I don't make up stuff, everybody. I don't have to. As my father always said, the truth is stranger than fiction. Again, it's the funny thing is when people don't believe you. People don't believe you, say, Kismet, that couldn't possibly happen. Oh, it did. It absolutely did. I remember it. I was there. So yeah, and look at all that love for you in the chat there, Seth. How you doing today, man? Thanks for coming in again with that 31 months of sub love as well. So again, that's a great way of doing that when your kids get to that older age and they're trying to break away, right? They're trying to establish their own freedom and their own selves. And so, sometimes they're going to have bad days. Sometimes they're going to be tired and don't want to deal with, talking to their parents or whatever. And eventually they've got to do it on their own. They've got to learn how to get their own apartment or hopefully house one day. Very hard for people to do nowadays because houses are so incredibly expensive, and then you have insurance and all of your other bills that you have to pay for houses as well. I feel bad for that whole generation of people, everybody. It's going to be absolutely crazy. But you never know. They might come along with the automation, which they're working on right now, to build houses for much cheaper. They pre-build them, and then they just take them and assemble them at the thing. So hopefully that'll bring the prices of houses down. We'll see. The real cost of a house, everybody, is not the actual house itself. Most of the time, it's the land it's on. It's buying the land is the costly thing. That's what usually costs you the most money, depending on where you buy the land. Some land in California, just buying the land is millions of dollars. That's without a house, without anything on it. It's just an empty lot. And of course, somewhere in the middle, Mideast, in some mountain range or forest somewhere where there's nobody else at, you might get it for cheap. Again, it's where you want to live and how you want to live your life as well. All right, let's see. What are we doing? Hacking terminals. We're destroying some robots. That's what I was doing. Let's focus. Let's focus what we're doing here. And let's go wipe out some robots down here. Wasn't it Hornwright? Man, I can't remember. I think that's usually where that robot thing is, too. One of my favorite events in the game, everybody, is the one where the Zetans come down and the robots attack. And all the aliens attack. Let's go see. This what it is? I think. Oh, this one is the other one. Yes, this is the one with the mole miners. Where is it? Maybe it's this one. Testing site number 3. One of these ones down here. Oh, wait, no. Mining headquarters. Maybe that's what it is. Honestly, I can't remember. I can't. This whole day today, I won't remember it tomorrow. I will remember 99% of it. My hard drive is broken, everybody. I won't even remember anything that happened except for just a little bit of the highlights of whatever I did here in Fallout 76. All right, there's some robots. Let's blast them. I don't think I need to cripple robots, do I? No, I just need to destroy them. All right. Bye-bye. Oh, sentry bot. Getting hot in here too, everybody. I mean, it's very, very hot outside. You guys super hot wherever you're at? Oh man, it's been hot. It's been crazy hot this summer. Very, very hot. And of course, where I'm at is also very humid as well, which is not good. See, I'm from California, everybody. You know, 65 degrees is cold to us. And it's beautiful weather year-round. So every day is like 70 to 80 degrees most of the time. Sometimes it dips down to an incredibly freezing 65 degrees. Which I find funny if you've ever been anywhere else other than California, where, you know, 65 degrees is, you know, most people are walking around in a t-shirt and shorts, everybody. That's hot to them. Cold is like 10 degrees or minus 20 degrees in some places. All right, there we go. That was easy. Oh, somebody else shooting me. Bingo. All right. Blast them. All right, we got another one done, everybody. All right. Deal a critical hit to an enemy using automatic weapons. All right, let's do that. If I can remember how to do that, we gotta do the whole VATS thing. Reload first. VATS. Oh, we should use our coffee. Oh wait, I could use my chainsaw. See how quickly it does that critical meter? And I just critical that dude. But the problem is I have to do an automatic weapon, which is this weapon, and do that thing. So I can get the critical meter up using the chainsaw, and then turn around and then do a critical with my 50 cal as well. You do celebrate 65 degrees? It's a cold winter for us if it reaches that. I know, right? Right, Peter? Yes, it is very cold. But again, remember that, you know, California has a less humid than it is in other parts. All right, so let's go ahead and use our chainsaw here. There we go. And then we'll switch over here. There we go. And then smoke that guy. Now another thing, we could use our coffee. See our action points? Look how fast they're going up. That coffee is super OP, everybody. There we go. All right, we got it done. Just like that, easy peasy. AoE grab all. I love that AoE looting, everybody. It's great every single time. Oh, Project Paradise up. Well, I got to kill some rad scorpions and stuff. Now again, I still got till tomorrow to do all this terminals. I can also do all this stuff offline as well. Do I have enough time for Project Paradise? No, we're already running over. Let's go ahead and see if we can at least do these. Oh, Shred's already over there where those rad scorpions. I was gonna go over there to Kitty Corner and do the rad scorpions. Let's go. Oh, I got an idea. Here, we'll do this. Sorry to my crew. I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna bounce into my own server over here. And this is one of the cool things you can do with Fallout First, everybody. You have your own server with your own peeps who come onto that server as well. So if you go to a certain area and that area is already cleared out in the adventure mode, you can jump over to your private server and it creates a server just for you. That's what it's doing right now. It's booting up a server just for me. And that will be a whole pristine world for me to do. Now, I really need to get back to the storyline because there's a whole new area that they added to Fallout 76, which is awesome, that you can go in and basically go in and get that going. So very cool that it's pristine as well. So if you might have gone into an area and that area was completely looted out and you come back there again, now you can see what normally is there. And it will help you remember, like if you got a daily to do in that area, you can go in and do that as well. So I'm going to jump servers here, wait for it to boot one up. And then what I'm going to do is first see if I'm in my power armor, which it doesn't look like I am. Let's get my power armor out. Oh, no, there it is. Yeah, it loaded. The interface wasn't loaded yet. I love to go to this little substation down here because this is a good place to find a nice Deathclaw. Usually there's one chilling out over here in this area as well. And a lot of times people will have the same dailies as you on that server. I did see him over here somewhere. Just wandered off somewhere. That'd be cool to see a Deathclaw in the TV show, everybody. I'd love to see their take on it. I hope they get a massive budget for the Fallout TV. There he is! Whoa, glowing Deathclaw! I hope they get a massive budget, like, you know, Game of Thrones kind of budget for Season 2 of Fallout. That'd be amazing. Ah, God. That's a tough one, too. Oh, and had to forget reloading. Get him with the chainsaw. All right, there's one of three. All right, and then we'll go ahead and now bounce up here. Let's see, where is it? Right here, kitty corner cabins. There's usually some rad scorpions up there to blast those as well. Minus 60, holy mackerel! Yikes! Minus 60. I don't do minus 60. I don't like doing minus at all. I don't like it below like 50 degrees. Yes, I know, pretty wimpy, but I don't like it to be cold. I can't stand cold, everybody. When it's cold here, I hibernate like a bear. I hibernate inside. I do not go and do that kind of stuff. That is for sure. A lot of snallygassers out here. Didn't we have to take a picture of something? What do we have to take a picture of? There was something we had to take a picture of. Take a picture of Grafton Monster. That's what it was. Sometimes you have to take a picture of snallygassers. All right. Rad Scorpies. I know you're out here somewhere. Usually right over here. I think, actually, of all the things in the wasteland, the Rad Scorpions are the most dangerous. Because they usually show up in a group of 3. Ah, we're getting snallygassers today. They usually show up in a group of 3. Man, a lot of snallygassers. I wish I had that as a daily. That'd be awesome right now. They usually show up in a group of 3, and one of them's usually legendary, and 2 of them are usually behind you. So that's why they're super dangerous. And sometimes these spawns are random too. It's usually where I go for my rad scorpions. See what we can find. Maybe we'll find some over this way. Come on, rad scorpions, let's go. Nope, we're getting snallygassers today. Alright, well, such is how it goes. You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. All right, now another thing, if you do the one quest, there's a quest that's like the trees. I forget what the name of it is, Dead Woods or Dire Woods or whatever they're called. See, this is my memory, everybody. I have a real bad memory again because of that. But if you go and do jump around, dogwood, they're called dogwoods.
Friends, our bleached dogwoods are refusing to bloom. It makes the whole valley look so dreary. Get out there and spread some fertilizer for those poor trees.
I'm behind me.
What are you waiting for?
All right, now the guys brought them to me. Wow, look at this, a really good spot. Because look, you got ragstags out here that you might have for a daily. And again, it randomizes the mobs that are going to be over here. And you can see how easy these mobs are to me. The reason why they're so easy is because I'm not in a group. And that group is not scaling up that particular location. Go, bro. Sneaky guy. Now, I'm looking for rad scorpions, so I can sit here and kill those guys all day long, but that doesn't really help me. And since this particular quest has spawned, each of these 3 locations now have spawned a bunch of mobs, and some of them might be rad scorpions, which is why I'm jumping around and looking for those rad scorpions that are hopefully part of this quest. More Mirelurks. Yeah, look how easy they are when you're solo, everybody. This game in general is easy. I find all of the Fallouts are easy after you get past, like, level 40 or whatever. And you understand the base mechanics. You'll start just absolutely kicking butt. Oh, there's one! I knew there'd be one around. Alright, you got any friends? You got any friends hanging around here? I'll just go in the direction I was going here and see if he had a friend or two. Yeah, over there. He's gonna pop to me. Usually end up behind me. Another one over there. If you find one, you're usually gonna find 2 more. I don't need 2 more, but I'll take out this guy. And then the other one is usually behind me. There he is. And there we go. Again, great way to find rad scorpions. Dogwood die off. Just run around. You can see they were over there at that location there. Straight over, which is actually not even on the map. Out of the well. I guess it's kind of on the map. It's part of this kind of farm here. I guess. See, that's the actual farmhouse there. This is just an extended building. Let's go see if it actually has a point. Let's go see. Oh, more love coming in. Shred showing the love. Oh, another rad scorpion. 4 rad scorpions. I don't think this has a travel point over here. I think this is just an extended barn of that other farm. Yeah. All right, we got to wait for this rad scorpion to try to pop up and get us. They usually try to get behind you, so just keep rotating around. This is a tough one, too. But not that tough. Again, I'm massively over-leveled versus them. There you go. There you go. Well, it does happen. It does happen. Let's see. So we got that one done. Now, hack a terminal. Am I going to do 15 terminals today? Probably not. Probably not. And really didn't get that many events in. I start talking to everybody. I feel talking to my chat is my favorite thing. If there was no chat, then I wouldn't even stream. It's not even worth my time. Talking to you guys is my fun and favorites thing. It's almost like stream therapy. as I like to call it from time to time when I'm having a rough day. You know, everybody's having struggles, everybody. Remember, you're not the only one in the world that's having those struggles, so take solace in the fact that, you know, everybody's having struggles every single day. You're not alone in that, because sometimes you can feel very alone in your day-to-day struggles, whether you're struggling with depression or you're struggling with medical conditions like I am, or a combination of depression and medical conditions. Remember, not alone in those things, and seek out other peeps who might be going through the same thing as you, as for a little comfort, everybody. Remember, just stay at it. Stay at what you're doing. Try to continue to be strong. It's not easy some days. Some days you're just like, you know what? I can't even deal. I can't even deal with it all today. Put a 1 in the chat if you've had some of those days. Even though we're only 10 days in on the month, everybody. Who's had some of those days already this month? I know I have. I know I have. Yeah, I can't even deal. I'm just gonna take a break. That's it. I can't even deal with it. Too many of those days. Remember, you're not alone, everybody. You're not alone in those days, and that's a good thing to feel that you're not totally alone. Because in the world is a cutthroat place, everybody. It's most people don't care whether you live or die. That's just the honest truth of life. But there are the rare few who do care. Like I care how you do it. Even people who are being a-holes in the chat earlier, everybody. It's sad that's something they have to do in their life to make themselves feel better. And hopefully they find a better way, as I did in my life. And I don't need other people's approval. I don't need to have people tell me I'm a great person. I don't need that anymore. I don't need to drag other people down to make myself feel better about me. The person who's going to be the toughest on you in life is you. Because you know your true story. You know how you grew up. You know what you've been through. You know what you're putting up with every single day. And no one else knows. Not even your closest friends, your spouse, anybody. Nobody knows for sure. Only you. You're the one who knows all about you. And I just tell it to you straight. I don't lie, cheat, steal. I don't do any of those things. Not that I couldn't. Anybody can. That's easy. That's the lowest common denominator person, everybody. It takes effort to not do those things. It takes effort not to be a scumbag and not to treat people horribly and not to, hold on to grudges. I don't hold grudges. I'm too old. It takes enough for me just to get out of the bed every day. But I don't hold on to grudges. I just don't deal with people who are liars and who are people who are untrustworthy, who do you wrong, right? People who do you wrong, you eliminate those people from your life, everybody. I don't hold a grudge against them, but I just you know what? I don't want to deal with you. That's a you problem. You go solve your self-esteem problems and your deal on your own, because I'm not here to do that for you. I'm not here to carry your burdens around and tell you who you should be. You got to find that out for yourself, because ain't nobody can do it for you. Ain't nobody can tell you to get on that treadmill today if you don't want to do it. Ain't nobody can tell you to eat better if you don't want to do it. And so on and so forth. And I'm the worst too, everybody. I have a massive candy and sweets addiction for sure. But I've eased off on it. But am I perfect? Absolutely not. I'm not a perfect, or I'm certainly not. Some people come and say, "Oh, you're so wholesome and sweet," or whatever. Nah, I can cuss like a sailor all day long. In fact, I can make a sailor blush. Everybody, I come from the old school, man. We every other word was cussing back in the day, and that's just how everybody talks. So I talk the same way. But eventually, I got out of that habit because it makes people uncomfortable. And I actually started thinking about other people around me, right? That's just why I don't. Well, could I? Absolutely. I could let loose, everybody. I could let loose, but, people's kids might be walking by while they're watching me on their TV, or they're just relaxing, take it easy. They don't want to deal with all that. They don't want to deal with all that crap. They just want to chill. They want to, this is their entertainment, everybody. They just want to just have a good time, watch Kismet go off the rails, maybe talk a bit about IRL, do some crazy things, learn a little bit about the game, maybe, and quick ways to get your dailies done. That's way too many terminals for me, everybody. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to probably just do that a little bit each day. I'm trying to think of another term. I mean, I could go into the silos and do the terminals in there. But you'd have to go through and do the whole entry thing. I'm trying to think of where 14 other terminals are. I wonder if you re-roll that, if it would go back down to a regular one. I've never done that. I've never re-rolled an epic before. Let's do it. Let's do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow because we're out of time, everybody. I got to rest up. I got to eat. Got to check on the family. Then I got to come back and stream again later tonight. Hopefully it's not 1,000 degrees again in here. It seems a lot better in here because I've been running my window air conditioner on top of my primary air conditioner. So it still seems okay for right now. It's a little warm in here right now as well. Yes. You did and you still do. Yes, I look at all those ones in the chat. You guys know what it's like. Some days bed is just way too warm and comfy to get out of. I totally relate to that, Rotisserie G. That was my day yesterday. I was like, oh, I'm so exhausted. I've been pushing myself so much here on the stream. Trying to get more giveaways and other cool stuff like that all lined up and backing up stuff like I'm doing right over there on the other stream. On my other screen and, doing videos. And I have a whole bunch of stuff coming out for my patrons. So I've been working on that stuff. And sorry it's been taking so long to all my awesome patrons over there have been hanging in there. I appreciate you. Because I'll start a video and I'll get to a certain point and I'll be like, I don't like that video. And I'll delete it. And I'll do it over and over. And that's sometimes, 10, 15 hours I spend on that video. And I just don't like it. And I just get rid of it. I think I could do this better in a better way. And then I get distracted onto something else. And then I never get a chance to get back to it. So, I'm just kind of ping-ponging between a bunch of different things that I want to do. And if I was in my 20s, everybody, I'd be crushing it. But I just don't have the energy. I just don't have the ability to do that level that I did in my 20s. There's just no way. There's just no way I can do it. And I have to be smart about my health because if I push myself too far, then I'll miss a bunch of streams as well. So again, I try to find that balance. So I'm going to re-roll that tomorrow and see what happens if you re-roll an epic as well. We'll find out. It'll burn up one of my re-rolls, but such is the way it goes. And thanks to my team for being patient, by the way. Sorry we didn't do any events or anything like that. We'll come back tomorrow. I do have a haircut tomorrow, so... I'll either come in early if I can, or I might come back after and start a late stream after I get in. So probably around this time tomorrow, around 5 p.m. Because it's like right in the middle, and that's the only appointment that she had. So I was like, all right, I'll take that because it's in the afternoon. Sometimes their appointments are like 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, guess what? I'm going to sleep about 8 o'clock in the morning because I stay up all night long. Sometimes, especially with my crew, like on 7 Days to Die, but I can, or on Eco, sometimes like 16 hours I'm going. So thanks everybody for being in the chat. Let's go ahead and get on the Kismet Love Train. Roll on out of here. We'll try to get some time in with the team tomorrow. Let's do it. And also time in with the team later tonight, everybody. Now, here's my schedule right over here. There we go. Over here, Fallout 4 Next Gen. The Narc Wanderer. It was on Monday. We had some fun doing that. And, of course, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we play some 76. And then on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights, we're playing some Skull and Bones. I'm getting really irritated at those defenses, everybody. I feel like every single time I log in, one of those darn defenses come up. So I don't know. I'm getting to the point now where I might just abandon that game and play something else. If you've got some suggestions, some ideas of games that I should play, you can actually put those on my Discord as well. There's a section in there where you can suggest games if you so desire. You can go ahead and check that out. And, of course, on Saturday, that's going to be really a lot of fun, everybody. We're working on our gigantic modular mega base, which I've made even better. I spent about 4 or 5 hours the other day. I think it was on Monday. Was that yesterday? Day before yesterday. Yeah, about 4 hours just working on that floor plan and adding some other features that I thought, wait a minute, I want to add this. And what if I do this? And what if I do that? And, oh, man, what happens when you start doing what if? It's like 4 hours later and you've been working on that thing instead of working on other stuff. But it'll be worth it when we play on Saturday and Sunday with my crew at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, some 7 Days to Die. So again, if you got some suggestions, some ideas. Now, of course, they also have, right now, everybody, I think it's the 11th. You're almost out of time, everybody. Almost out of time to snatch up that Satisfactory. Jump over there and... grab that for basically like $15 because it's going to go up to $40 once it launches. It's going to launch in September. So we've got July, August, September. So in about 3 months from now, it's going to go 1.0. And of course, also later this month in July, I can't wait for all my console buddies out there to get 7 Days to Die, the latest version. Very awesome, everybody. Remember, don't be mad at Fun Pimps. That was that other company that screwed them over, and they had to fight to get their license back just to make a console version. So it wasn't their fault. Don't blame them. They had to go through a lot of pain and suffering, everybody, to get that back. And it's awesome that they've continued development on the console version, and that the console version and the PC version will be in sync from now from now on at the end of July. So very, very cool. Also waiting for the stable version to come out. Now we're going to work on this main base that we're working on in 7 Days to Die until the stable version comes out, and then we'll restart again, and I will try to do that modular base earlier in the game and see how that goes. And probably not do vehicles the next time too. I'll probably just do the forges and things of that nature that I like to do, and of course the sorting and all of that fun stuff as well. So we'll get into all of that, of course, later on, everybody. Now, of course, thanks to all the awesome people scrolled up right over here. Thanks to all my Patreon supporters over there as well. The single greatest place to help support the Kismet Love Train. You can go over and show some love over there on YouTube, youtube.com/KismetBP. And hit that follow button over there, or basically it's called the subscribe button over there, but it's really the follow button. You can also hit that bell, hit that like button on this video over there on YouTube. Do appreciate everybody over there. I do save all of my videos over there on YouTube. Literally have thousands and thousands of videos, tons of playlists of like 7 Days to Die and Fallout 76 and Fallout 4 and all that stuff. Feel free to go check all that out. Tons of guides, highlights, funny moments of the stream, all that kind of great stuff. It's like a giant archive of all the stuff that I've done over the last 9 years over on YouTube. And actually even longer than that, going back into my guild as well, which has been together 21 years, I think, this year now, right? I have to do the math. Something like that. 21 years, still together, still having fun. And of course, check out twitter.com, aka x.com, /KismetBP, which I'm streaming live to right now as well. Make sure to hit that like button, retweet, show that love over there. Make sure to hit the follow button as well. Feel free to check out the Discord, check out the website, check out patreon.com/Kismet. Again, the greatest way to support the stream, and get your name right down at the bottom there at the end of every stream and the end of every video, plus exclusive content coming up there, working very hard on it. We're going to probably start with a bunch of highlights and then some guides rolling out soon, hopefully, if I finally get to a point where I like them. And again, if I'm going to work so hard on something, everybody, I want them to be concise, to the point, and be really, really good, right? I'm always trying to make it really, really good as well. Try to up the quality of everything that I do every single time and just kind of keep upping it and upping it. And I feel like that's the thing that helps you progress as a creator, as someone who is an artist and a gamer like me. I like to always be pushing myself forward in some way, learning some new thing, and so on. So hopefully that inspires you to go do what you love to do, everybody. And I appreciate everybody being in the stream today. I will see you guys in about 4.5 hours at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for some Skull and Bones with my crew as well. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Hi, this is Norbert. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button.